It's time to talk about Windows 11. Hey, there's the Tom's Tech Show, and Microsoft recently announced this Windows 11 that's coming out. Of course, way back when they, of course, announced that Windows 10 would be the last Windows, but we all knew, in the IT world that that wasn't really possible. They were going to have to iterate this thing at some point. Um, they couldn't just continue to add features and stuff without calling it a new version. I mean, that's how do we get people to upgrade? How do we get people to buy new computers? If you're always on the same version and your computer works, there's no reason to buy anything, right? So that's, it's kind of a fail in marketing on Microsoft, but they do that kind of marketing fail all of the time. So just their little splash page and stuff on their website, Windows 11, introducing Windows 11, has this new kind of start menu. Then we have this other window snapping, which they've had the ability to snap windows around for a long time. Just there's more positional things and more ways to do it, which you can actually have had. I think StarDock or whatever had a way to do all this before, so now it's just been Sherlocked into Windows. And then we have, of course, the Teams, Microsoft Teams, now being brought into Windows as just being part of it. Right now, I think it's only Skype that's in my version that I'm running, but eventually it's going to be moved to Teams. Now, we've got this kind of like a Today widget thing. I mean, way back in Windows 7, Windows ME, some of those, they had a little widget system. Windows 98, I think, had it. It was very bogged down. It would slow the system down. It would do all kinds of garbage to your system. So one of the first things I turn off. This is actually in Windows 10. Then one of the updates, latest updates, Windows 10 actually gets you kind of the same thing. So why they're highlighting it here, I don't know when it's already in the latest updates in Windows 10. So that's kind of an odd thing, but it's one of the other things that in Windows that I just turn off. I mean, if I want news, if I want to know what's going on, I'll go just directly to a website and go look at news, or go look directly at a weather site and look at weather. I don't need that. Game Pass. So this is going to be kind of a thorn in the side, I guess, for gamers once we get into the gamers that build their own PCs. Because of the TPM module thing. So if you've built your own PC already, you have it. It's there. It's decked out with tons of memory, massive graphics card, and everything else. And now you need this TPM module. Well, once they announced it, boom! All TPM modules are sold out. Now they're on eBay for $300 and $400. So I'm hoping that's going to die down at some point. And be able to get TPM to actually get some manufacturing of TPM modules. The problem is the TPM module, it's only a $20 module, right? So we can't get $3 modules to go into Ford cars. Ford has to shut down, and car manufacturers have to shut down plants because they can't get little cheap modules to go into them and cheap CPUs to go into them. So what incentive, are we going to have for manufacturers to make these, TPM modules to be able to go into computers? I don't know. So that's going to be kind of a sticking point for system builders. If they don't get that TPM module right away, and some motherboards for system builders don't come with it automatically. There's a little slot, so you can put it in there. Mine has a slot, and the TPM module is sold out everywhere. I think there's one on eBay for $150, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just run Windows 8 or Windows 11. I keep saying Windows 8. I keep thinking we're going back to Windows 8. Like Windows 11 is going to be this garbage thing that Windows 8 was, which is kind of what I guess that's my feeling. My emotions are there. So, and of course, it's going to be on all your computers. Yes, blah blah blah, and all that. So, if I look at my little virtual machine here, I've got Windows 11 here running. I mean, this is the start menu. The problem that I really see here, like corporate America is not going to uh, institute this in any way anytime soon. I mean, it took them forever to jump from Windows 7. Actually, a lot of places still have uh, Windows 7, and they're just paying for the updates because Windows 10 is too much of a change. You know, you have like I deal with call centers and things like that. Call center with 10,000, 20,000 agents. Okay, now we're going to have to retrain all of these agents. You know, we have to develop courses. We have to develop step by step guides. We have to do all these things to get agents in there to be able to know where the buttons are. No, I mean, companies go crazy over the fact that okay, a developer may take you have a little control panel somewhere that an agent needs to click on, and there's a button that's green. The agent knows, okay, I can click the green button and this happens. Then some developer somewhere goes, well, I want the button to be gray until you hover the mouse over it, then I'll show it to be green. Well, some developer pushes that out to a call center with 30,000 agents, and now those agents are looking for their green button and nobody can find it. It'll pound your help desk, and your help desk will shut down because there's like a billion, all 30,000 of your agents are now calling saying, why is my green button? Why is this not working? I can't, the green button's not active. What am I supposed to do? Right? So these things can just cascade in companies and things with huge call centers and things like that. Just not, companies don't move that fast. I mean, they go through iterations and then they do a huge series of training and then they slowly roll things out to new agents, as they come in and stuff. So Windows 11, not going to happen for a long time in that corporate business world. Just the start menu. Okay, click the start menu. Well, it's not in the corner. There's nothing in the corner. I can already hear the phone calls. The start button isn't over in the corner anymore. Where is it? Well, it's in this on the bar right there. No, it's not there. It's not in the corner. I can already hear the support call. I mean, yes, you can come here. I'm sure that there's a registry flag. We can go into taskbar settings here, and there's a registry. There's a flag here, taskbar. So we can change that to go over to the left, and that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just going to send it over to the left, and that's if any business were to eventually move to Windows 11. That's what I'm sure what they would do is move this over to the left because it's just not center. Okay, if you're on a Mac, fine. Mac is different in how it uses programs and lists programs. So the other problem that I see is once this overflow thing from the system tray starts going over, then all this stuff starts to move to the side, and you start launching programs, and the thing starts floating to the side. And now it's not in the center anymore. It's kind of half cocked over to the left a little bit, and it just if you're doing some kind of many companies do like an automated process, so they have a script that is running, that is clicking buttons, that is moving things around, that is start, launch Chrome, load website. How does it come up? Take screenshot, close Chrome, go back, click start. And if that start menu button is not in the same place every time, so you've got different things, different screen resolutions and things that you're testing, if that button is not in the same place every time, those coordinates or whatever that you're trying to hit with your automation, then it's going to fail. So you have to force the thing over to the left, which kind of negates, trying to test anything with all these buttons in the middle. So huge fail on Microsoft. I think the worth of this being in the middle is zero. I mean, I guess it's tablet friendly, but now if I'm on a tablet, right, and my start menu, which used to be, this is an iPad, but my start menu, which used to be, over here in the corner, which I could easily have like hit with my thumb, right, boom, boom. Now I got to reach over and try and hit it. So it's just it's again a big fail. It's, I think in Microsoft's planning. Here's this little see if this little widget thing will come up. Not coming up. I think I've turned off all the widgets. So I mean, there's a new store with a bunch of different, all your different apps. It just looks a little bit different. It's a nicer organization, I guess, in the store. There we go. It's taking a while. My virtual machine is taking a little while to launch this thing. Again, if it's this bad in my virtual machine, how bad is it going to be on still be bad on a regular desktop? But I mean, it launches this set of information, weather, your watch list, your tips, your sports teams. None of these I'm interested in, so now you got to spend an hours trying to get that thing customized, which I don't really want to do. And then it puts little dots underneath the icons, when really I want the whole icon expanded. Is how I typically do it. I just have them all fully expanded because I'm on wide big screens. I don't really need to snap. That's the other snapping thing problem, is when it's snapping screens everywhere, it chews up too much space, and I would rather just have multiple monitors. That's what I've got here. I got two big monitors here, and if I want something basically snapped, I'll just put it in a monitor and make it full screen. Just see this. And if you're on a small tablet, snapping things around is just going to be, okay, I've got this little windows like that big. Can I read it? No. No, I have to get my glasses out in order to be able to read anything, and it's just not really functional. Like I said, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to turn that off if I can turn that off. So the start menu, if you go, you have to go into all apps, and then it's just this list of apps, just like it was kind of before, except now we've got this huge white space over here on this side, where before we had the icons, right, from Windows 10 had the start menu items on the far left, and then the next panel over had the icons on it for you to be able to easily, quickly select items that you wanted. Well, now we just got this big horrible white space. Again, another fail. I mean, at least make this blocks. I mean, that would be much nicer to make this blocks like the old, maybe smaller icons across, so that you could fill that with the screen with that instead of just this huge list. I mean, you have these blocks here, but make the all apps small icons that go across the screen, so you're just not doing like a ton of white space there, with nothing. I mean, the control panel they've done quite a bit of work on. So we have all of the different items here. If you go back to the old control panel, many of those links that are there deep link into the new control panel. So my one big pet peeve was that to change Ethernet network settings, you'd have to come in here. You couldn't do it here. You had to go back into networking and sharing center, and then go to adapters, and then go there. Here we can just edit it. So right here from this control panel, which is something I do all the time. So that is a good thing right there. But I do like the new control panel. One thing I do like, your Windows Update, privacy, security, all the different pieces here. I do have a restart that I need to do updates for this Windows 8, Windows 11. I keep saying Windows 8. Man, it just me. It must mean I don't like. Still, I just don't like this. I'll probably start running it if I can ever get the TPM module for my main system. I'll probably start running it on my main system. But right now it's a VM. There's a video on how to get it to work in VMware Workstation. You have to add the TPM module and encrypt your VM, and then it will allow you to install and run it. So you're not stuck without being able to run it and test it. And you have to go in and join part of the Windows Insider program. So you load Windows 10, go join the Windows Insider program, and then you have to be, I'm in the dev channel, so this is like the really latest and greatest channel for the most recent builds of it. That gets you Windows 11. The beta channel also gets you Windows 11, but a little bit more stable. The release preview channel just gets you Windows 10. So you need to be in the beta channel or the dev channel in order to get the Windows 11. And you have to be signed in with a Microsoft account in order to do that. So there we go. But I do like the new control panel. I think it's passable for right now. More things that they keep moving into it seem to be better organized and all that. So that's Windows 11. I mean, a lot of failing, but it's Microsoft, right? They fail from the start typically, and then over a few iterations, things tend to get better, especially when they're doing a new release like this with Windows 11. Not Windows 8. I keep saying Windows 8. I just can't. I'm just thinking why are we doing this? I keep waiting for, the Windows 8 start menu to just cover the whole screen and wipe everything out. Oh, that was horrible. My gosh. Windows 8. Oh, nobody loved Windows 8. Anyway, so what are your thoughts? Do you like this new Windows 11 layout? Are you going to jump on Windows 11 as soon as it comes out? Do you have a TPM module installed in your system? Because you're going to need that. And right now they're pretty pricey. So you may be running it in a VM like I am. So, ideally, if I wanted to, I could probably load Linux on this Studio Box that I have and then just run Windows 8 on top of it and run it that way at some point. But yeah, that TPM module. And then there's a very odd thing that maybe some system builders and stuff may not need that TPM module. So and the 4 gigs of memory is, not that anybody who has, like a minimum now, I think is 4 gigs of memory on most computers. The most, I have 16 here and 8 here, 8 over there. I don't know that any system I have left has 4 gigs. Most are much, much higher. So anyway, are you installing Windows 11? You're trying it out. What do you think of it? Do you snap windows? Do you like the little widget panel that comes up? I don't. I hate it. I turn as much of that stuff off. I wish it were much more like Linux, where it's like you get nothing, right? You get nothing, and what you want to load is what you want to load. I want something completely clean, nothing on it. That was the great thing about Windows 7 is you could just load it. It had very basic things in it. I loaded an enterprise version. This is actually an enterprise version of Windows 11. And I go to all apps, and there's Groove Music. This is the enterprise version. Mixed Reality Portal. I'm on enterprise. Why do I need Xbox? I don't think enterprises want Xbox consoles loaded on their system. So they're moving the junkware into the enterprise, and that's concerning. Another fail for Microsoft. It just seems to continuously be that way. All right. Well, thanks for watching this. If you got any comments about Windows 11, you're trying it out or whatever, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Take care.